guys, welcome if you're new or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go over our sinking fund tracker for the month of March. I'm filming this very late, so I'm not going to be counting the money. I do know that everything was correct because I did that and I do that on a regular basis, but yeah, I'm just gonna go through here my little sheet with you. And I know that my sinking fund update for the month of February was a little confusing. I think that I have figured out a way around that. So moving forward, I think I'm going to start using placeholders in my sinking fund binder for the money that I'm keeping in our safe, like most people do when they keep money in the bank, except I'm not keeping my money in the bank, I'm keeping it in a safe. So essentially the same concept though. And hang on one second. So we're going to go through this very quickly. I am technically at work, so I want to try and get this done as fast as possible. So I apologize if it feels like I'm rushing, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So with our emergency fund, I never count what we had at the beginning. But this month we were able to add $170 to our emergency fund and we spent none. So ending the month, I don't count the end either because I'm only counting what I do on a month-by-month basis. My goal originally this year was to add $1,000 to our emergency fund, and with the way of the world right now, I have changed that goal, so it is becoming a bit more of a priority than it was recently or previously. But yeah, so far that's what we added in the month of March, and I am a-okay with that. So next we're going to move on to animals. We did start with $0 and we added in $60. We spent 10, and so we ended the month with 50, which I did put into our safe. Birthdays, we started the month with 0. We did add 30 and we spent 0, so we ended the month with 30, which again I did add to our safe. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy get moved into our safe at the end of every month because these, well, with the exception of Christmas and birthday, I would like to have an animals emergency fund, a car emergency fund, and a house emergency fund, and I keep all of our emergency funds in one book in the safe. But because I weekly cash stuff with you guys on video, I just take basically all that money out at the end of the month and I move it over to our safe for emergency fund purposes. And then on a week-to-week basis, I just cash stuff as regular with you guys. Christmas and birthday are in our safe because there's a lot of money in there and I don't feel like having those on hand all the time because I do travel with my sinking fund binder on a regular basis. So yeah, that's why that is the way it is, in case you're new. So car, we started with 0. We added 25 and we spent 25. I had to borrow my dad's truck, and part of the deal of me borrowing my dad's truck was to get it washed. So I spent that money on a self-serve car wash and I cleaned the crud out of his truck because his truck is a work truck, and so it was gross, okay? It was really gross. So Christmas, we started the month with $1,790. We added in $20. We spent 0, and we're ending with $1,810. Date night, we started with 25. We added 15. We spent 0. Ironically, at the time of filming this, my husband and I's wedding anniversary is in 3 days, so this money will get spent then. And we ended with $40. Family entertainment was a doozy because if you guys remember, my kids had the county fair where they do livestock shows. So we set a lot of money aside for family entertainment for Fair Week. So we started March with $305. We added $310, and we spent all $615, leaving us with 0. Family photos, we started with 30. We added 15. We spent nothing, and we are ending with 45. In gifts, we started with 65. We added 50. We spent 100, and we ended with 15. In health, we started with 115. We added 25, and we ended with, we spent 135, excuse me. And so we ended with $5. House, let me see. House, we started with $7. We added 110. We spent 58. So we ended with $79. I did move the 70 over into our safe, and then I just left the $9 in my sinking fund book. Hygiene, we started with 37. We added 15. We spent 0, and we ended with $52. Kids is always a doozy, so we started with 76. We added 265. We spent 241. Oops. 1. And we ended with $100. I am taking the month of May to try and build up our kids' sinking fund as much as possible, because as inflation gets higher and as things get more expensive, I don't want to have to worry about if I have money set aside for my kids' school clothes next year and activities and things like that. So the month of May, we're decreasing our debt snowball a little bit, so that way I can really focus on this fund and make sure that I've got everything set aside for my kids that I need to. So L3, we started with 0. We added 190. We spent 190, and we ended with 0. In other holidays, we started with 0. Okay, sorry about that, and sorry about the lighting change. I'm hoping that you guys can still see this okay, because I'm literally working off the light of my 2 computer monitors that I have. But the baby just went to sleep, and we have to be in the same room because this is where my office is for right now. And I'm not turning a light on to wake her up. So, anywho, other holidays, we will pick up where we left off. So other holidays, we started with 0. We added $15 and spent 0. So we ended with 15. Pantry, we started with $20 and we added $15. We spent $23 and ended with 12. That was $23 worth of stick butter. My husband needed a lot of butter for something that he's working on hobby-wise, and I flat out told him I wasn't taking it out of my grocery budget, so I took it out of pantry, which is why we have that sinking fund. So phones started with $85, and phones is just like a general electronics fund. I thought about renaming it at one point, and just I've put too much work in my sheets. I'm not changing them now, so it's just still called phones. But it started at $85. We added 15. We spent $20, and we ended with 80. Yes, 80. I almost wrote the wrong number. I had to buy two chargers for my iPad. So that's what I got for the $20. And then in our truck fund, which is my husband's like extra kind of sinking fund, we started with 0. I added $30. He spent $20, and he ended with 10. So at the beginning of the month, I have to do the math real quick. Hang on one second. So at the beginning of the month, we started with $2,555. We added in $1,205. We spent $1,437. And we ended the month at $2,323. I'm trying to get better about spending out of our sinking funds, because I would rather stack up the cash, but that is ultimately what the sinking funds are there for, is for us to use this cash rather than putting it on a card. So I do appreciate having even what we have, but I would like to see our numbers rise just a little bit, so we are working on that. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time. I have a cash stuffing video coming out on Tuesday, so I will see you guys then. Bye.